Okay, welcome back. And here you can see all of our rust has been happening. We've got some drippy rust. We have some crusty rust. And so now the next step is to seal all of this up so that we don't lose what we have going on here. The next part, after sealing it, we want to paint in some stippled effects. So we don't want the paint to end up reacting with the rust and causing it to revert or anything. So next step, I'm going to take some of my Rust-Oleum clear matte enamel, and I'm going to spray down everything and give it a good seal. That way there's a nice little barrier between the rust and the next bit of paint that goes on. After I've shaken it really well, I'm going to go in. Now this isn't my final top coat, so I'm not worried about a super even finish aside from making sure that there's no drip marks or anything like that. All right, I'm going to finish spraying this guy up and then I'll be back for the next part. Okay, and our clear coat is now dry by the magic of video. So now we're going to layer in a couple more colors, actually using the same colors that we were before, but in a different way to kind of give the flaked look of the paint. Because typically whenever you see the rust on these things, in real life on the trucks and stuff, you'll see bits of the paint still kind of existing. So we want to kind of bring back that effect a little bit and tone back the rust effect just a smidge. So I'm going to start with my London. That was the Wise Owl in the very light blue color. I'm going to get that and put it on my plate. And then grabbing from that, I'm going to once again use that brush that I was using before, or the sponge that I was using before. And this is not a Brillo pad. This is like the Scotch-Brite pads, the green ones that you clean with and stuff. And so you dab it into the paint. Maybe I should show you this a little bit closer. You dab it into the paint, and you can see where it's just kind of sitting on there in a little stipply kind of pattern. And so with that, we're just going to go in very minimally and begin to kind of work it into the areas where the rust is also in kind of a stippled pattern. Make sure you don't keep it turned the same way the whole time. You don't want it to end up creating a pattern that doesn't look organic. And so whenever you do start to create that pattern that looks like it's a process, then just go back and start rotating and changing your pad. A little bit goes a long way. We just want little itty bitty specks in here. Okay. I'm going to go along the back over here. All right, and then I'm just gonna wipe that off a tiny bit. But I'm gonna go in with the Pacific blue. That's the really bright blue that we kind of use with the Mermaid Kiss to achieve the colors that we're going for here. So we're going to come back with this color. This would be like the main color of the Chevy. The truck would have been this color. And then it faded into this color, bringing through the rust and stuff. So here I'm going to use the Pacific. I apologize for the background noise. And we're going to use our Scotch Brite type pad, the scrubby. And we're just going to carefully go in and start adding little flecks. And now this can go down a little bit more because this is the color that we're seeing down here. And so we would have seen that kind of just happening in random places as the truck aged. Just try to make sure that you're bouncing up and down with your motions and not wiping or anything. Ooh, that one got a little bit heavy. If it gets heavy, grab the clean part of your scrubby. And begin going over it. Okay. And now I kind of just want to play a little bit. So, got my brush. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to wet it down. It does have a little bit of both the London as well as the Pacific blue on there. And remember, we've got our protective layer down. So if I want to kind of just wipe this away, I probably can. But I just kind of want to, I don't know, yeah, add a little bit more interest. To what we've got going on. Make these little stipples a little less harsh. Bring some stuff over. Oh, the noises. Over the rust a little bit. Make it a little bit more messy. How about that? I don't want to see stripes, so I'm going to kind of crisscross my brush a little bit. And just going to kind of dab and work it. I don't want anything to really look like it was definitely the last thing I did. And now going over everything with that blue, it toned down that London just a tad. There we go. I'm going to spray my cloth. And continue to work a little bit more. All right, guys. And there you have it. Our rusty blue Chevy. I'll be sure to take some pictures and add it to the video for you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this learning process. Please feel free at any time to get in touch with me, whether in the group or by personal message. If you have any kind of questions or anything, I'm happy to help all the time. It's been great